I think we can all agree that the reason we want to invest or buy companies or do things on the side is we either want more money, more time, more freedom to do what we want. And so right now I'm going to tell you one of the best hacks or unknown things that I want people to understand is when you go to look at a business and you're going to model out how much time you're willing to commit to it. So, if you're going to be an owner operator, you're going to work 40, 50, 60 hours, like that's an easier model, right? Because then whatever the business makes, like you can just assume like you can either take some or most of that, or you can pay yourself a salary. But if you don't want to be the one owning and operating it 24/7, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and you're going to hire for it, I've talked about doing this all the time. Like the first thing that you need to do is really understand what's the role required to run that day to day. And so the role required could be a general manager, it could be more sales, more operations driven. Understanding what the seller already does today and then what you need to replace is key. You're going to take what that seller does and you're going to throw that into Claude or ChatGPT and you're going to say, okay, if the seller does this, this, and this, what would be the job description? What would be the role title? Then you're going to take that role title or job description and you're going to do another search. You can use it on Claude and ChatGPT, but you're also going to validate it on Indeed, LinkedIn, and Glassdoor. PayScale is another site that you can use, but what you're really looking for is what's the average salary with 10 to 15 years experience or however many years of experience you think is really critical. And I will tell you, you get what you pay for. You want more experience, you're going to need to pay for it. That's going to tell you then what amount of salary you need to take out of your estimation into your model to then get really clear about if I was to go hire this role, so now I can have more free time. I've got a CEO, I've got a controller at one of my companies, and it allows me to sit here and hang out at my house and be remote 3,000 miles away from my businesses because I only travel and visit those once a quarter, but I have access to all the numbers and all the financials and everything online. So I went and did the research, made sure I paid them accordingly. And so do that research. That's different by industry, location, depending on the area, depending on the industry and the business and the role title. Do that research exactly like I shared, and then start to use that in your models when you're looking at a business, and make sure you take that out of the SD or the profit when looking at what the reality is going to be when you take over.